How's it going, Allotment freaks? A bit of a long time no see. I'd not forgot about YouTube and whatnot, just been too busy, so let's have a little update video on where we're up to, what's been decent and what's not been decent. See you in a minute. So yeah, like I was saying, guys, there's just been mad busy. Been coming down here and having to get done what I need to get done in short little time windows, so I've just not bothered filming anything. The panting you can hear is this one. Bruce has come down with us today. I've come down to we've got blight. Everywhere seems to have got blight at the minute from what I've seen. So I pulled them out, pulled all the tomato plants out, start of the week, and now I'm just slowly burning through them. Trying to burn green, anything green, it doesn't really happen, does it? So I've just got a little pile smouldering away over there. Just keep chucking a little bit of wood on it every now and then. We're getting through it. It's halved in size, so that's that. Well, no, so I've been really busy. I've been away with work, been on holiday. Puppies have been and gone as well, so we've ended up keeping one. Just loads going on, and just yeah. I think it's stopping what I'm doing here. It's taking longer to do what I'm doing to set the camera up and everything. And then when I get home, it's a good bit just sat there with my head glued to me thing editing it all. So yeah, not at the time, but now we've muddled through everything. Tomatoes were good before I had to chop them down. I had some really good results with the tomatoes, to be fair. I think lesson for next year is I need to be a bit more organised with when I take them home, what I'm doing with them. There was a few times when I took a few home and they sort of sat in the fridge for a while not doing out, and then they were a bit past it when I come to touch it, come to using them, and then there was more to come. So I need to be more on top with either making them into sauces or something or other. Parsnips, I took some parsnips the other day. We had a roast the other day, everything was off here, out of the roast, potatoes, parsnips, I didn't think the parsnips and carrots would be anywhere near ready, but you know, they were big enough for me, like 3 or 4 parsnips did me and the missus, like, they're big enough for a meal. Discovered roasted beetroot, that's lovely. Fawning me. We have just everything on the roast was off here. We had cabbage. Yeah, my mind's going. I'll take you for a little look in a minute. I'm just sitting here finishing off my brew, watching the dog messing about, and yeah, I'll see you in a bit. I'm glad that I've found someone who enjoys my lawn as much as I do. Yeah, it needs mowing at the minute. Thanks to I've been away. Rich next door kept his eye on it for us. I said, asked him could he keep his eye on water in the greenhouse. So as you can see here, all that bed was full of tomatoes. Like I said, I had to chop them out. They were full of blight or rotting off on the plants, so I've just moved the peppers. This side was full of peppers, so I've just thinned the pots out a bit, put a few on that side. Sorry for swinging you out like that. I've not done great with peppers. A lot of them have, let you see here, there, them ones there. You see how that one there is going like that? The big peppers anyway, it's starting to rot off the plants before they're ripe. I don't know if that's because they've not been in enough sun because it's been that crowded or what, I'm not sure. But these mini bell yellows, these are, like I said, there's loads of them, these have done really well. The only thing is I don't think they taste very nice. I'm not that into peppers, but the missus likes them, and yeah, she couldn't make her mind up if she actually likes them or not. Side of that rascal there. Tell you what, I'm walking in here of a morning and whatnot. I hear all this top channel when I walk in of in the morning, full of cobwebs. I'm rooting through my hair all day thinking my head's full of spiders, which isn't great. But swing you about. Oh, yeah, so beetroot's still kicking about in there. Everywhere needs majorly weeding, but yeah, we'll get to that when we get to it. Carrots, parsnips. These ones, this bed is ones that are transplanted out of that one from thinning out. Now, everywhere I read said that parsnips don't transplant very well. Yeah, so everywhere that I'd read had said that parsnips don't transplant very well, and yeah, I'd agree with that, but like you say, I'd put, what did we do? Did we do 4 rows of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Did we do 4 rows of 8 in each bed? And I put 4 or 5 seeds in each one because, you know, parsnips, they're notorious for not germinating. So from thinning them out, I had an empty bed next to them. I may as well have put them in. So the bed was going to stay empty. I didn't have anything else to go in. I've not had to not put anything in. And out of what we've transplanted, we're probably at about 50% that has took. So yeah, they've not been great at transplanting, but for stuff we wasn't expecting, and it's there now, and come winter they should be quite decent, so that's all right. Very last of the peas and beans. Well, the beans are toast, to be fair. I don't even think I'm going to keep the seed off them. I've got plenty left, so I'll use again. Peas. Sorry, they're the beans. They're the peas. The peas are toast. The beans, there's probably one last picking of beans left on there before that needs ripping out. Monge 2, I wasn't overly impressed with the Monge 2. I liked how I did them on the, sorry, I'm in the shadow there. I liked how I did them on the pyramids, whatever you want to call them, TPs, pyramids or whatever. But I think I did them too close to the other peas, so I think they're going to go in a bed of their own. We might do some carrot or maybe beetroot around the bottom, you know, just something that doesn't take up a lot of room at the bottom. Bit of beans left. A couple of dwarf beans, there's a few of them left, they're not too bad. Just this morning, I need to sort the composters out. Now I've had this stuff knocking about, and I got this. Yeah, so I've had that stuff knocking about for a while now. I got that to do this with. I say I got it, we had some building work done at work, and it's the dividers between the roof sheet and how it comes, stop each panel scratching the other panel. So like you see, we wrap the bay in it, it just makes it nice and dark in there. It'll stop the wood from rotting from the inside out, so hopefully they'll last a bit longer. I'll do another video on how I did it when I come to wrap that one, but at the minute I only need them two. I only really need the one wrapped at the minute, but we got a bit carried away. The cabbage whites are everywhere today. That's coming along here. Sweet corn. Took the front row of it. It's been decent, to be fair. Like you say, there's some. This is all about ready. There's one there. What's this looking like? Still wants a bit longer, that one. But the front row was spot on. Let's pull a bit of this down. What have we got going here? Yeah, look at all that under there. That looks decent. I've got some in the fridge of that at home that I picked the other day, so no rush to get that off just yet. Sunflowers, let me step back and say the sunflowers have roared on, so I'm made up with them. Now Bob next door, that side, he usually does really big sunflowers, but I don't know what's going on this year. They've stayed quite small, but some of the heads are massive on them. Right. Look at that one. I've got big hands, like that's like the size of my hand. So pond. All this is dying back. This is going to be my winter project. All along here, under the tree, in this area, get it sorted, because come midsummer it was minging. You say Bruce has just been under the tree there, chilling out in the shade. That's for that. There was, is he about? Oh, he's there. You see him there? Where's he gone there? The frog. I've seen him before. Now, I'm assuming that this is from our frog spawn. So, mission accomplished. Now, hopefully he survives the winter. He, she. Hopefully there's a few more of them. And, where's he going? She going? I don't know. How do you sex a frog? I don't know. But, yeah, so, sort of, I won't say it's mission accomplished, but that was what we were aiming for. And it's worked. We've got frogs, so hopefully that survives the winter. And then next year that'll spawn some more, and it'll go on and on and on and on. It's not just that one. I found a toad. It's not just that one. Well, it wouldn't have come from our pond. It was massive, about the size of my fist. There was a big toad in the greenhouse the other day. So yeah. See if Bruce sees this frog. I believe it or not, but in there's 3 rows of Marish Piper. So I took all the King Edwards out the other day. They've been decent, to be fair. I just got to take the Marish Pipers out yet. They are under there. Don't worry about that. Pumpkins, I put them in too late, I think. Got one there. Got one there, and there's a couple of little ones forming further up. But they've not been great. But so we were late putting them in. Some massive blackberries on there. We'll have a go with them in a bit, I think. Leeks. So they need a good weeding, but they're there. They're doing all right. And then the Brassica house. Brassica house has been brilliant. I'll just open the door and stick his head in. Cobweb there again. Yeah, Brassica house has been brilliant. Kale, regularly picking that. Cabbages are starting to firm up and come through now. Like I said, we had one of the big red ones the other week. The swede down here. The swede has took a battering with the slugs, but it's still growing. Get the size of that one there. That's a decent. I think I need to get some more nematodes. Get one last go of nematodes down before the cold weather starts to set in. But there was that shortage, wasn't there? But no, there was that shortage, wasn't there, of nematodes? National shortage, they couldn't make any, or something went on, they lost a batch and whatnot. Like you say, they're a living thing, so there's an expiry on them. But no, that's only had. We give that one applying. Yeah, we give that one dose of nematodes at the start of the year. And to be fair, it's been all right up to now. So it's only now really, it's really took a kick in. Don't know who this is. Someone's coming, might be a new person, I don't know. We'll find out in a bit. Oh, it's a lady with a dog. I know this lady, she's got a dog. Come here, Brucey. Come here. Let's get Bruce out of the way, he'll go nuts at this. No, it wasn't a new person. It was, I don't know the lady's name, but she's a lady with a dog, and the dog's called Becky. She has a little border collie. Lovely temperament on it. But it's usually the only dog down here. So I don't often see her when I'm here. She comes at really, well, we just come at total, one of them, we both come at proper opposite times to each other. So usually when she's here, her dog's the only dog down here. And I don't think Bruce has ever met her, so they had a bark at each other, but they're all right. Look at him here now. What's going on, Bruce? Come too close. Go on. Yeah, that's our Bruce. I don't know if I've ever shown you him before. Look at Callie, that's been on a couple of the other videos. I know, so that's a very quick and very shaky little tour. I'm not going into everything. Everywhere's a mess. I'm quite honest, it's a mess. Everywhere needs weeding. I'm looking forward to winter, to be fair. You can get it tidy in the winter, can't you? Make it look when it looks its best, I think. Alright, it's not bursting and green, but the beds are all really neat, aren't they? And everything's really tidy come winter, so yeah, we'll look forward to that. Just looking in the back of the greenhouse here, I've got a few more cucumbers coming through. These are gherkins. Hang on, let me swing you back. So these fat dumpy ones that you can see in the back of the greenhouse there. Now they're gherkins. Now when they were small, they look minging. Yeah, when they were small, they look really shriveled up and just not appealing at all. So I've been letting them go to sort of that size, and they sort of get to like not the girth of a tennis ball sort of thing. They're more round than long, and I've been using them in just as a cucumber. Yeah, I like them. And the missus had one, and she said they don't taste of anything. So that's probably why I like them, to be fair. Oh no, like I say, I'm gonna next couple of weeks, over the next few weeks. I'm not gonna get down at all this next week now, I think, because the missus is away and I'm on my own with the kids and whatnot. So, don't get me wrong, I'll be able to nip into water and whatnot, but I won't get any extended period of time to do a good whack of weeding or whatnot. So, yeah, hopefully get to next weekend. If we have a couple of weekends, just ticking through the weeding, get it done, get it straight. I think I want to cover the beds with cardboard for the winter. So we'll weed them, and then I've used the pallet collars like that. How we get stuff delivered in work, we get pieces of cardboard, cut to the size of it. So I'm going to start keeping hold of them. I'll chew my fingers off. So I'm going to start keeping hold of them. And just put them in the top of each bed, clear the bed straight, put one of them in. It'll darken it all off. Mare's tail's going to go in the compost. I'll leave it on top of the composter, or leave it out in the sun, let it really bake it, and then yeah, it can go in. It's it's full of silica that you struggle to get from in great numbers from anywhere else. So I'm going to see what it goes like in the compost. There's got to be some use for it, and the amount of it that's here, that should be all right. This stuff, Himalayan balsam, it's all over the show at the minute. One of the old blokes, a couple, he's behind me and a few over, he come over before, he was saying he had a letter off the council saying that he's cultivating it and he can be prosecuted for cultivating it. And he said, I'm not cultivating it, I've just not cut it down, the bees love it. I get where he's coming from. It does spread like mad. Although it's not, it's on the invasive species list, but it's not like a dangerous invasive, like how knotweed, get near your house, it'll destroy your foundation and whatnot. Whereas the balsam, it doesn't root very deep at all. It's more just a nuisance than anything, hindrance than, yeah. But no, he was kicking off like mad because the guy, I couldn't make out if he meant the guy next to him or the council had been on spraying it, and they've sprayed where it was all along the side of where his chickens were, where he keeps his chickens. So they've sprayed all along there, and he's not best pleased about that. But like you say, that bit behind the fence there, that was full of it. That was overhead high. I don't know if Bob's done that or the council's done that. But I've not seen Bob to ask him, to be fair. To be fair, I've not seen Bob for a bit. So if you're watching, Bob, hope you're doing well, mate. Be good to see you again soon, man. But no, I think that's it from me now. I'm going to call it a day. It's that pile smouldering down again. I'm not going to light it up again. Just going to let it smoulder down, finish off. Gonna head off home. Grand Prix on in a bit, innit? And the rugby's on as well, so we'll watch that. So, yeah, so guys, if you got this far, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe and all that. I'll try and get back to some sort of rhythm of uploads, but I think for the foreseeable, well, until next spring now, unless you want video after video after video of me weeding, it's just going to be as and when I'm doing some kind of thing. So like, what have we got? We've got, I finish the composters off and do a video about that. I need to make a comfrey pipe, do a video about, you know, there's a few decent jobs that need doing that we'll get a video out of, but other than that, it's just going to be videos of me weeding or mowing the grass or something like that. So, but no, anyway guys, cheers for watching, see you again.